Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Legacy of the Duelist on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we'll be moving on into the Dimensional War arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. And yes, we're going to be revisiting a bunch of our favorite different dimensions. We're going to be starting off in the Synchro dimension with Yugo, because he kidnapped Zuzu like a stupid person.
Boo.
So
they're speaking in parentheses.
What's happening right now is that Yugo is explaining to Zuzu why he kidnapped her, because he's looking for Reen.
Halt, in the name of the law.
Well, in the name of security, rather.
I'm a ×3 admiral, about as important as the Supremacy Sun, especially cleaning up these filthy streets. Because we're getting sick of your crap. You've evaded too many infractions. Officer 227 is going to take you down.
Alright, so once again, Yugo is running the Speedroid archetype, an archetype that I have almost no idea how to actually run on my own.
Well, I tell you, one thing that complicates having a deck that you don't know how to run all that well is opening with only one monster in your hand.
And that monster is very specifically a level undulator, so...
Right, that's supposed to target another monster you control. How quaint, because we don't have any other monsters either in our hand or on the field. Wow, he actually used reinforcement of the army to fetch the monster who appears front and center in the artwork for reinforcement of the army.
Yes, he did.
Interesting.
So it's not made all that clear, but Officer 227 is actually running the first half of a relatively new-ish archetype in the Goyo Guardian archetype, which if you recall from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds was run by Officer Trudge.
Right, synchroing into a Goyo Predator.
Yes.
Nice. Really looks like it should be Beast Warrior type.
No, because Goyo Guardian was already just a warrior type monster, so...
Switch all monsters to defense mode.
Dang it, he's using Synchro Blast Wave to blow up our shield. Bleh.
That's a good thing. He wasted his removal on a non-threat because the damage was already done. We ended his battle phase and he didn't do any damage to our life points.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to normal summon the monster that we just drew in order to grab Tor apart, and then we're going to synchro summon into Chanbara. At least I think that's what we're going to do.
That Clearwing Synchro Dragon looks a lot like the monster that the characters were talking about in the dialogue ahead of this duel.
Yes, that is because Yugo's ace is Clearwing Synchro Dragon. And it is a very, very powerful level 7 Synchro monster. But what it is not, honestly, is all that useful to us right now. Because although it would be able to negate Goyo Predator's effect, Goyo Predator doesn't really have an effect that's worth negating right now. So
what Goyo Predator does have is high enough attack power to get over our defense. Select your level.
Okay, so we are going to go into Clearwing Synchro. I think the reason we're going into Clearwing Synchro is to disable the Moronic lock that Officer 227 has on us.
Yeah, I was thinking there was a time when Moronic Captain was either on the limited or the semi-limited list for exactly this reason. He can lock up the board.
Yeah, he was semi-limited for a while.
So you can have a good chance of getting your two Marauding Captains out at the same time because you can even normal summon one and special summon the other and immediately lock down the battlefield. However, as for the very same reason, the Thousand Eyes Restrict was restricted for the longest time until they realized that removal had solved the problem of Thousand Eyes Restrict, that locking up the battlefield and making it so that creatures can't attack freaking slows the game down and sucks Dingus. Dingus lollipops come in flavors of strawberry, raspberry, or chocolate.
We might be boned, Mr. Cloud.
Looks like it. He has lots of buttload damage on the board, and we don't have a lot of life points or time. What we can do is summon the guy who looks kind of like that character from Thundercats cartoon.
Alright. So we're using speed recovery to bring back out Menko. Next, we're going to use Iron Call.
Nice, because we got cards in the graveyard. We got cards in the graveyard, but its effects are negated. Oh crap, its effects are negated. That means we can't modulate its level.
Which is actually fine because we have another normal summon that we can do.
Oh, thank God. Right, because we haven't normal summoned any creatures yet. I'm gonna roll my dice.
No. Okay, so yeah, we want to normal summon Oja Kid, use his effect in order to grab Tor apart. Except we managed to not grab Tor apart. Damn it! Oh well.
It's alright. My extra deck is glowing. Grandpa, what is it telling me?
It's telling me that I can summon High Speed Roy Chambara, which is very nice for me.
Ha, Chambara.
Next, we
We're
can
gonna
use Shock
knock him
Surprise
into
to
the
kill one
water.
of the Marauding Captains and Clitterwing Synchro Dragon.
Nice, nice, nice. Exile, then...
Oh, we
So
went
you could
Royal
just
Predator
select-
instead. Dang it.
So... That was a misplay?
The thing is, we needed to kill a Clitterwing Synchro Dragon, because if we had killed Clitterwing Synchro Dragon, then we specifically would have been able to attack over not necessarily all of his monsters, but most of his monsters, and go in for damage as well.
So now we're just getting ready to buy... Okay, well now that we don't have any monsters, now we can use the Battle Fader effect of Menko to, not die on his very next turn.
Right.
So we have one more turn to recover from this.
I'm not entirely sure why I'm not allowed to use Oja Kid to steal Tor apart.
Go no go.
Oh, because I can't synchro. Yeah, all of my synchro monsters are machines, not warriors. Thank you, Annotations Gurdette.
This is what you get for trying to get in the way of justice.
Well, not justice, but security. They are different, Mr. Cloud.
I find delightfully convenient about Officer 227's character artwork is that he also has hit the degree of his rank on his helmet, not just on his shoulder pads. And his helmet and his head are the only things that we can see in the character icon in the top right corner.
Menko
Okay,
effect.
and
Thank
send
you.
all of his monsters. Yep. But then, because he didn't declare an attack with the Synchro Dragon, he could just switch it back to attack mode. Interesting. Yeah, remember when it was a thing where you had to pay attention to the number of times you could actually change the battle positions of your monsters? Doesn't really apply anymore, does it?
Yeah, this is past Gurdette still not understanding that I can't use Tor apart because Tor apart has to be used for a warrior synchro, and none of my synchro monsters are warriors. So,
Indeed.
we are did it.
Well, time to warm up those refresh button fingers. Here comes.
I'm a little trooper. I'm gonna save the day.
The chaser effect to bring back Oja Kid, and then Trooper to attack over.
Oh my.
Bleh.
Oh my God, he killed us with the littlest of the little.
Hey, we got a little Trooper.
And we won him. That's adorable. We just got gifted by the very creature that killed us.
All right, Slowburn. Let's see if we can actually deal with the Goyo archetype. Because the whole reason why we lost that was because he was able to use Goyo, Predator, and Gagango in order to steal our Clitterwing Synchro Dragon. Yeah. Nice opening.
Raigeki is a great card to open with. After all the jank that we just observed, now we have the answers. Do your worst.
Marauding Captain into...
That's just about as bad as it gets, actually.
Shiba Waritaro. Synchro, Synchro
who's
5.
Yep.
Or Goyo Chaser.
Alright, Goyo stuff.
Monster Reborn from Marauding Captain.
Interesting. Oh, so now Marauding Captain is the... So Marauding Captain is the only warrior type monster we can target for attacks, right?
But I don't
However,
think we're actually
he did
going
not
to be attacking
realize.
him right now.
Nice. Oh, let's see. We have so many options to wipe his board. Just unfortunately, we don't have a lot of options to start whittling away his life points.
Now, we don't really need to start whittling away his life points yet, though. We can hold out until we can hit for big damage.
Big damage. Come on, end your turn. End your turn. Damn it, he didn't. He put a card from his hand onto the field, meaning that Des Koala will deal 400 less attacks.
Damage. It's fine because we still dealt 1,000 damage with him.
Nice. 6,900 life points to go. Oh yeah.
All right, so I think what I want to do here is use enemy controller in order to steal his Stygian Street Patrol, and then going down, I have just a Cataster.
Nice. The Cataster of Disaster.
Behold!
I'm pretty sure I own this card.
Of course you own this card. Everyone's got copies of Cataster floating around.
Yay. Get your toolbox ready. Don't want to be without your hammer or your screwdriver.
Yeah, as Annotations Gurdet mentions, it's around this point in the run that I've actually done a bunch of off-screen grinding in order to finish the extra deck for slow burn. Because if you'll recall, previously our extra deck wasn't really fully filled out, and it had a bunch of filler in it that it realistically was never going to want to use. Yeah.
Eyes in the sky.
I really wish that the Goyo archetype was actually relatively good, but the big issue that it runs into quite frequently is the fact that since all of its monsters are Synchro monsters, it needs, multiple step ladders in order to get into its big payoffs. And it doesn't actually have the main deck support in order to get into those, the extra deck stuff that it really wants to.
Ego boost. I think Officer 227's head is big enough. He needs a helmet to contain it.
Anyway, sack his monsters for Lava Golem.
And then we're gonna end our turn.
Yes.
Well, he puts up the police do not cross line that has just expired because Swords of Revealing Light destroys itself after the third turn.
Let's see. Stygian Street Patrol for Stygian Street Patrol. And another Swords
Love
of
it.
Revealing Light.
Damn it.
I don't think so. Yeah, because all we gotta do is wait for Lava Golem to kill him from here.
Right. Because we have all of our life points. And for some reason, he keeps targeting the Mecha
Well,
Bunny.
he can't kill Cataster, so...
Yeah, his effect is when he's declared as an attack by a non-dark monster, you destroy that monster.
Rather, when at the start of the battle step, Cataster will kill anything that isn't dark attribute.
If it's attacking.
No, it doesn't matter. It's just at the start of the battle step.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Didn't you want to send another Lava Golem his way?
I thought
can't
about
have
it,
too
but
much of a
nah.
good thing.
Anyway, hey Jean-Michel Roguette. Yes, since we are in the Synchro dimension, it's using a lot of, very specifically, a lot of the theming of what was going on in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. There's a lot of classism going on in the Synchro dimension. Hey, Crow! And yes, we have a bunch of recurring characters from 5Ds. These are different versions of these characters, mind you, but they end up running retrained versions of their decks. Crow is running the Assault Blackwings, and yeah, the Assault Blackwings are mostly a more complicated and less consistent version of the old Blackwings deck.
Succeed one season of a show with another, you have the option to bring back in characters that were in the previous season.
Yeah, but this isn't the same Crow. I mean, he has a very similar storyline, and his deck rings true to the original. But he actually is a signer now, mostly because Yusei's missing.
So there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Is acknowledging the multiverse theory.
Yes.
That it's not. It looks like Crow. He's had all these same experiences as Crow,
had all the same
but it's not
but he's
Crow.
had a lot of them. Anyway, in the next episode, we'll be doing Crow versus Gong. Be safe, everybody.
Gong.
They're both Synchro decks, you see.
Gong, 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 gong.